Matt's place serves up traditional Italian. The chef grew up in Tuscany and reproduces the dishes of her childhood. Great for a leisurely meal supported by a lovely wine list. It's on Petaluma Boulevard North in Petaluma, and it's called Risibisi Italian Restaurant.
My name is Marco Palmieri. I come from the city of Trieste, Italy, which is located on the Adriatic, northeastern part of Italy, just east of Venice. The food we serve here at Risibisi is authentic, traditional Italian food, and it changes according to the seasons, according to the bounty of wonderful products which we find here in Sonoma. Organic, sustainable farms provide us with the best quality ingredients. Risibisi means rice and peas. It's also a very traditional dish which was served to the Doge of Venice every time it was his birthday. So it's very characteristic of the region I come from.
I'm Giuliana Valesi and I'm from Lunigiana, which is a northern part of Tuscany. I started cooking when I was 9 years old, side by side with my grandma Giulia and then my mom Carla. And I love to cook so much since there, and I never stop. What we do here at Risibisi is like the food that you eat if you go in some family in Italy. And it's authentic, it's regional, and genuino.
When our customers come through the door, I want them to feel they're entering Italy and that they're going to have the same experience they would have if they walked into a restaurant in Rome or in Venice or in Milan.
All right, Matt, this is sort of like a neighborhood trattoria, huh?
Yes.
For us Petalumans.
Yes, and if you haven't been to Petaluma, one of the great things about the historic West Side area is actually strolling around and window shopping and hanging out there even before you get to the restaurant, right, or even afterwards. But once you come to the restaurant, you sit down in this warm, inviting ambiance of red brick walls, you get a glass of Prosecco, and you take your seat. Okay. The first dish I jumped into, which was recommended to me, was the La Burrata. And the burrata is kind of like mozzarella with a creamy inside. It's absolutely heavenly. It's the best cheese dish I've ever had, and I've had a lot of cheese over the years. And it's served in a generous portion with a toasted baguette with it. It is absolutely
So you
delicious.
get the burrata because, I mean, burrata to me is like heaven on a plate. I rub this stuff on my body. I'm telling you, I love burrata so much. Burrata is one of their specialties. Are there other things that you get that are,
Well, you could also get the trio bruschetta, which my wife had, and she loved it because each bruschetta has a different and unique flavor. There's one that has like a pear and gorgonzola.
And I'm gonna do a little Italian lesson here. It's bruschetta.
Yes.
Bruschetta.
Bruschetta.
The Italian in me is coming out.
There you go.
What about you? Did you have the bruschetta, or are you going to do
I didn't. We had the carpaccio, which was very good. It came in a vinaigrette with capers and arugula, and the good peppery flavor from the arugula was really good. It complemented the dish very, very well. It was done beautifully. The vinaigrette was very nice. Yes.
And that was your appetizer, and then you went into main courses. Well, let's, as long as we're kind of doing appetizers, what did you have for did you have an appetizer?
We did have the triple bruschetta.
You got it.
And it was really good. The bruschetta was toasted nicely, and the toppings that they had on it was really good. My favorite one was the mushroom one. And we also had the spinach salad with the balsamic vinaigrette with the deep fried goat cheese on top. That was awesome. I love that thing. The balsamic vinaigrette was just it was done right. It wasn't too overpowering, and plus the goat cheese on the side on top of it. Me and my friends were fighting over that.
Killer. All right, and then you move into main courses, because we'll kind of move to main courses. What do you normally have when you go there? Because this is a regular spot.
Yeah, this is a regular spot for me, and the ingredients are all so fresh and delightful. But I decided to try something a little different. I had the gnocchi with braised wild boar, and it was absolutely delicious. The gnocchi is made fresh every single day, and it's not hard or lumpy. It's very light and melts into your mouth. And the flavor with the braised boar is kind of a true traditional tomato-like sauce and with the meat.
Like
And
a little ragu of, yeah.
Flavors that are all melting together, nice and hearty, a dish that any man would love.
But there's sort of the Tuscan influence. Actually, the owner,
Yes.
Marco Palmieri, is from Trieste, a little bit
Right.
further north. So, yeah, it's you get both influences.
That's right.
Tuscan
And Giuliana, the
Right.
chef, she's from the Tuscan region.
Right.
And
Now, what did you have for
I
main
also
course?
had the gnocchi with pesto, and I probably should have gotten the wild boar because the pesto was perfect. It was nice and mild, but unfortunately there wasn't any protein there. But it was done beautifully, and my date actually had the polo a la Milanese, I believe.
Alla Milanese.
Yes,
Yeah.
Milanese, and it was really good. It was cooked perfectly. So I just think my pesto, I probably should have gotten the wild boar.
Okay. And what about you for main courses?
I had the wild boar.
Wow.
I had
okay.
the gnocchi was excellent. It was nice and it was fluffy.
Are we going to have a boar fight here at Cingale issue?
The only problem that I had with the sauce is I don't know if you've had SpaghettiOs, but that's what it reminded me of.
Spaghetti.
I mean, I really liked the gnocchi. The texture was excellent. I brought 3 other friends with me. We all had separate entrees, and we all tasted one another's entree. My favorite one was the rack lamb. That was really good. I mean, I did not dislike my dish, but it just reminded me of, I mean, it's not. I'm not saying that I hated SpaghettiOs. But that's
I don't know.
what it
You did
reminded
recommend a sports bar, so I'm going with the SpaghettiOs. I'm thinking you have SpaghettiOs at McDonald's. I'm just saying. And the wine list. Did anybody have wine or drinks? Because they certainly have a lovely list focusing on Italian and California brands.
Well, I asked our server for the recommendation, and I thought he recommended what wine to match our dish with.
All right, Matt. This is your spot. Wrap it up for us.
Well, if you're looking for authentic Italian dining that's not out of a can, in a nice ambiance, in a wonderful location, come to Risibisi.
Okay, and Alexia?
Because of the drive, I don't know if I will go back to Risibisi, but like Matt mentioned, it's in a great part of town. I'd never been to Petaluma before. So we found a nice park. We walked there. It's in a great neighborhood.
All right.
Yeah, it was the same. I was the same way. It was a trek to get up there, but the neighborhood did look really nice. Unfortunately, we got there pretty late, where a lot of the shops were already closing down. So, but I don't think I'd drive up there for the place.
All right. If you would like to try Risibisi Italian Restaurant, it's on Petaluma Boulevard North in Petaluma. The telephone number is 707-766-7600. It's open for dinner every day and lunch Monday through Saturday. Reservations are recommended, and the average dinner tab per person without drinks is around $40.